I'm back. What's up, man? It's one of those cases of that, the old saying, you don't know what you got till it's gone. And I've been in YouTube jail for a week due to for those of you who don't know, I was live streaming. Why was I in YouTube jail? I was live streaming the Seahawks Rams Thursday night football game. And I was being a little too risky, showing shots of the field when I know I shouldn't have, because NFL frowns on that. And because I was doing that because of my shaky handheld view of the field from my 300 level seats, because it's such a great view. The NFL was surely threatened by it. They hit me with a copyright strike, shut down my stream of the first half, deleted the video. I haven't had a copyright strike since 2014, where I got 2 copyright strikes in a row, and I thought it was going to be 33 strikes and out, and somehow they didn't give me the third strike, and then I basically had to delete all my videos up to that point that had any NFL footage in it, and then, that changed everything, actually. After that, I started doing my reactions without footage, and actually allowed me to monetize stuff, so it actually was a change for the better. However, so since that time, I had not done that, and I knew the whole deal with the NFL footage thing, so I was kind of getting a little too loose with it, and so the NFL gave me a slap on the wrist, and they with the strike, there's certain rules that, some limitations that get imposed on the channel. The main one was I couldn't live stream for an entire week. I didn't realize how hard that was going to be. It's not like I'm, live streaming every single moment of every day, but man, it was just the thought that I couldn't even just do it. Like, I think I want to do a Madden. Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. Hey, I think I'll just quickly talk about oh, wait, I can't do that. So it kind of sucked having that taken away, but it's back now. So I certainly won't be doing that again. I was getting a little too accommodating for the people saying, show the field. And I thought, well, if I just show the play for 3 seconds and then cut it off, that they wouldn't notice. Well, somebody was noticing. Somebody manually took me down with that. So I'm sorry, NFL or whoever it was, whose rights I infringed. It won't happen again. I promise. So that was my story. That was why I ended up in YouTube jail for a week. Couldn't live stream for a week. But the strike stays on my channel till January, but my privileges have been fully reinstated. So channel's back to normal. I just have to watch myself, because if I get 2 strikes and then 3 strikes, well, then I'll lose everything. So that's where we're at here. So thanks for watching, you guys. This is a very late stream to be starting at 8:45. I know for those of you in other time zones, it's like almost midnight, as Casey Sports Nerd says in the chat. And if you're in any other part of the world, who knows what time it is. But I just wanted to do this just to kind of have my own little mini celebration that, hey, I'm out of jail, which means come Sunday night for the Seahawks-Steelers Sunday night game, I'll be able to do my live stream of that one from my studio, since it's an away game. So I hope you guys will join me for that. Real quick, I do want to just mention and remind everybody that please make sure you check out Daniel Dovinh, proud partner and sponsor of mine, Dovinh Group at Marketplace Sotheby's. Daniel's been kind enough to support my channel and help me out, and I'm trying to give him some love as well, as he's got his new group. So if you guys have any questions, or people who are in the real estate market looking to buy or sell, check out Daniel Dovinh. His information is in the description. Thank you, Daniel. All right, so that's the story. Graven, welcome back. Thank you, man. Ravens tearing it up, looking good, man. This could be the year. Could be the year of the Ravens. We'll see. But that was a fun game they've been fun to watch this year for sure. Lamar Jackson just tearing it up in the air and on the ground. This dude. Wasn't there a stat somebody put on Twitter or something? It's like he compared his offensive production compared to several other teams. He's got more yards personally than 3 or 4 other teams. It's crazy. Davidson Turtle says, how's your family doing? My family's doing good. My mom is recovering well from her broken leg. She's been actually walking on it with the help of a walker. So she's come to see my daughter's volleyball games. And yeah, she's doing great, doing her physical therapy and all that. So she's moving fast on that. Thank you for asking. I'm a little sore today. Actually, I went to my doctor for my annual checkup, and everything's good. But I did have to get I got poked 3 times. I got a flu shot over here, and I got a shingles second shot here, and I had to do a blood draw from here. My shoulders feel like somebody just punched me super hard in each shoulder, so it's like tender, but it's okay. I'll survive. Pater Sports Cards says, Norm, that's like the DUI of YouTube. Yeah, except I didn't have to get pulled over and get my rights read. I had no rights. I was just slam the door, pull away the key for a week. No jury, no nothing. You're just guilty from the moment it happens. Zoe, what's up, little Zoe? How's everything going? Engraven said, hopefully. Anyway, so I see a lot of people in here. I'm going to take some of your comments for those who are in the Stream Game Day Party chat room on Discord. Feel free to join the Discord. Link is also in the description. Actually, I have a thing on it down here as well somewhere. Where's my Discord? I have a Discord invite. There it is. There you go. You can go to discord.gg/Seahawks, and you can jump in, and I'll take some just random calls just to talk about whatever. Yeah, so that means Madden's going to come back very soon. Maybe do one. Someone said, do one tomorrow. Tyler said, Madden tomorrow. Tyler's all about the Madden. Yeah, I'm way out of practice. I haven't played at all since I went to jail. Apparently they don't have Xbox in YouTube jail. So I haven't played, so I'm rusty. I need some help to keep my little simulation going on. But let's talk a little bit about Seahawks. Man, since the last time we talked, since I got thrown in jail, the team's kind of been into the slammer too. Russell Wilson busted finger, got surgery, and now he was kind of practicing throwing with his left hand, but that's just to give him something to do. He was officially put on the IR this week, so he will be out for at least 3 games, which we all kind of knew he wasn't going to come back any sooner than a month. But to my surprise, Chris Carson with the neck thing, he was put on IR too. So he's going to miss 3 more games. He already missed the 1. So it's not looking good for Carson. We all knew that Carson tends to miss a few games here and there, but man, to be put on the IR already, it's just like, dang, we just signed this dude in the offseason. What is happening with this team? The good news is, what's the good news? At least Gerald Everett is back off the COVID thing, so he'll play against the Steelers. Trey Flowers was released this past week. First it was noted that he had requested a trade, then it was clarified later that the Seahawks just released him. Please release me, let me go. Yeah, so no more Trey Flowers. For those of you who have been hating on Trey Flowers all these months, and I know who you are, I was kind of doing it too. He's gone. He's Cincinnati Bengal. I made a tweet earlier. I said I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden Trey Flowers puts on this Pro Bowl performance with another team. Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be crazy if all of a sudden he's a shutdown corner in another system? Now we'd definitely have something to point at. I don't think it was the player. There was something else wrong here. That was the result of this historically bad defense. So, talking a little bit about this game, I did a collab with Daniel Dovinh. We talked about it. He's been the ultimate homer, always rooting for the Seahawks, but he said he was predicting a loss this week, 21-17, I believe. And I'm sticking with my 21-20 prediction just because I put it in my music video. And we bet that whoever loses the bet's got to, whoever wins gets to, the other guy's got to buy the loser has to buy the winner a Spam Musubi. If you don't know what Spam Musubi is basically a piece of Spam wrapped in rice and seaweed. It kind of looks like sushi, but it's Spam inside. It's really good. Love it. Not the healthiest thing in the world, but dang, it's good. So we'll see who wins that little tiny bet. Maybe we'll start building up these bets and make them more exciting week to week. Next one, loser has to jump out of an airplane or skydiving or something. I don't know. We'll work up to it. Rishi says, I'm happy we didn't sign Bortles. I believe in Geno. We also, we gave him a workout, I think, but nothing happened there. But I'm curious what to think. You guys, do we have a chance? Do you think Geno Smith leading the Seahawks can find a way to get this team back on the winning track? I feel like they might in some unexpected fashion. We tend to do better when we're the underdogs anyway, and now we're seriously going to be all season long underdogs. And maybe that's good. Maybe this whole Russell Wilson experiment might actually help the Shane Waldron offense find its ground, because Geno Smith will just run it the way it's meant to be run. And I'm just very curious to see how it goes. I'm not to say that Geno Smith is a better quarterback. I just think maybe this change might be just the thing we need, because whatever has been happening has not been working. And it's not like Russell Wilson was playing fantastic and suddenly he got injured. It's like the team was 2-3, then he got hurt, right? So this team needs a little something shake-up. Alina, best moderator ever, says, we've lived through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. This is nothing. It's true. People feel like the sky's falling and they've not seen what we've seen. If you didn't witness the Seahawks in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, you don't know what losing really feels like. 2-3 would be like, whoa, this is great. We're doing awesome. We're 2-3, only in third place for a change. So we'll see. I'm curious. Put down in the chat or in the comments what you think the result of this Seahawks-Steelers game will be, and let's see who comes out closest to the final score. It's going to be very interesting. Let me bring in Nick LeBeau here. I'm going to start going to some of the people in the chat, the voice chat of Discord. It's good to be out of jail. A free man. I'm a free man. Nick, what's up?
Hey, Norb.
Hey, Nick. How's it going, man? I see you've jumped on fully on the Geno Smith bandwagon because your icon is a picture of Geno Smith and the bright green is number 7. So that must be telling me something that you believe in Geno. Is that true?
I have hope.
How much?
I'll be optimistic. I mean, like the non-homer side of me kind of thinks we're probably at best going 2-3 in this next big stretch or whatever. But we're probably I think we have a shot at beating the Steelers because of their super weak offense. Although our defense would really have to step it up, and we'd really have to make a lot of adjustments to do so. Because we can, at this point, really make any offense look very good.
Right.
And Chris Carson going to IR, that's tough. But I'm pretty I'm semi-confident in our backups. I think Alex Collins is a quality backup along with DJ Dallas, and I think Homer poses a threat out of the backfield too. He's shown some good signs of receiving ability. So I think our backup running backs can really hold it. And as for Geno, it's kind of a perfect week for him because he really utilizes the tight ends more than Russ. And he's a lot more of a pocket passer than Russ. And all of our tight ends are going to be healthy and back this game. And Ethan Posick's also back, who's our starting center.
Thank goodness.
So, I mean, yeah, right. So things are I think Geno in the offense is set up to have a shot to succeed. There's, always an opportunity. But I'm not sure if we can really capture it. And Najee Harris, man, he's going to be tough to stop. In my opinion, he's basically he could very well do what Derrick Henry did to us in week 2 and what Dalvin Cook would have done to us in week 3 if he was there. But, we really have to step it up. I
like the fact that you're actually pulling in players who didn't even play us and comparing to what he's going to do. What Dalvin Cook would have done had he actually played us, and we already got our butts kicked without him. So,
right.
I know it's stopping Dalvin. I'm living with ghosts here. Najee Harris is going to be priority number 1. Obviously, they're going to try to pound the rock with him, and we got to find a way to stop it. Because if he gets going,
and their wide receivers are no joke either. Juju's out, but Claypool and Johnson, they're both studs. But their weakness on offense is their O-line, which is kind of in a rebuilding year. So if our pass rush can step it up, I really, if we want to win and have a shot, we really need to be blitzing Jamal and having maybe other guys like Ryan Neal or other like safeties, Marquise Blair, kind of taking that coverage spot and kind of throw Jamal in as like a blitzer.
Yeah.
Extra
but
pass
do what he
rusher
does
guy.
best. Don't make him do something he's not really meant to do, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny how Trey Flowers, you know, he not only got benched, but he got released, gone, pack your bags, you're out of here, son. And boy, what a difference that made. Huh? Our defense really improved after they got rid of Trey Flowers like everybody thought he would.
Yeah, right.
Apparently that wasn't the problem.
I mean, it's got to be kind of the scheme. I mean, our scheme, we have a very young defense and our scheme is pretty complex. So that's kind of not the best recipe. I mean, we're having plays where like we're blitzing like a linebacker and then having Carlos Dunlap drop into coverage off the defensive line. So it's got to, I think we need to simplify it, you know, make it easy in our corners. Sidney Jones has only been here for 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah. He's only played 2 games.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Is it 2 or is it 3?
Yeah, 2. So,
2 games.
And I'm hopeful for Darrell Taylor. I think he could really have the shot to play really good and step up this game. So far this season, he's been playing great. I've been really happy from what I've seen from him. Darrell Taylor, Jamal Adams, have him get to the QB.
Yeah, that's going to be big. I mean, we've been saying it all year, all off season. We got to get that pass rush, or our corners are in trouble. And our corners have been in trouble because we've had no pass rush. So they got to step it up. And like I said, my prediction video, let's get it rushing green. We need him and a bunch of other people to step it up. The whole defensive line's got to step it up. You know what I'm saying? I got to quickly shout out Anthony D, NorbCam MVP member. He said, "Hey, bud, glad you're out of YouTube jail. I'm sure you know that I'm almost at the 60-page mark on my script. But after that, I'm going to do some word correcting and whatnot. Plus, I hope the Seahawks will get their bleep together." Yeah, I know bleep you're talking about. Congrats on your movie script. It's awesome that you're sticking with it and continue to write. You got 1 hour, 60 pages, 1 hour of a movie. That's pretty awesome. Now we've it is that you know, I think on the offense, obviously we have now changed our expectations with Russ not in there. So I think in our minds we're either we're completely hosed, or like me, hey, we might see something we've never seen before because Russell Wilson isn't in there.
Yeah, right.
But with the defense, I just don't see what is going to change here because it's the same guys. Unless they change the scheme, and are they going to change it suddenly overnight? Right. Well, they've had a long week to do it, but
that's true.
I don't know. They did it against San Francisco. I just look at the San Francisco tape, guys. Do what you did in there and put Neal back in there and blitz Jamal Adams.
One thing that I think we need to do for our offense, especially to really handle their defense, because they're probably, I mean, I'm certain they're game planning for a lot more blitz concepts and stuff like that to try to fluster Geno, even just pressure him into throwing interceptions and turning over the ball. So I think we're going to see probably a lot of Travis Homer out of the backfield just for his blocking ability.
Check down. Yeah. And tight ends.
And that's good about Geno is he's not. Russ sometimes holds on to the ball too long, which
we all know.
Then kind of makes the O-line look bad. Geno's just a crisp passer. He's fine with going to those checkdowns where Russ kind of likes the deep plays to DK and Tyler Lockett.
Right. Yeah, they got to shorten up things. And I don't know. I think there could be some truth to the whole, you know, I've always wondered, why doesn't Wilson just trust in it and throw that short stuff in the middle? And maybe because he is the short stuff. Maybe there's some truth to that. He can't see. He's not comfortable throwing in the middle because he really can't see it. And maybe Geno's fine because he's 6'3". He's a good, 4+ inches taller than Wilson. So the view, Wilson's looking at this, where Geno's like this, and he can see that dude coming across him. You just reach up with a long arm, toss it over. I don't know. We'll see if that's the case. But, maybe that will just jumpstart this offense a little bit. I got to welcome Brian Roberts, who's joined the Norb fam. Thank you very much. Woo, woo. And then Alina Dahl says, Norb, as you remember, we normally have no problems, but we might, because the third man, the refs in the game, like they were in the Super Bowl, talking about Super Bowl 40, one of the worst Super Bowls in the history of the Super Bowl era. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Yeah, man, we'll see what happens. But, as I said in my little prediction thing that I did with Daniel, I said, Geno's just got to be Geno and not turn the ball over. And just don't try to be Russell, just be him. And if he can do a little bit of what he did last week, minus the turnovers, he looked pretty good.
Yeah, and as a last thing to kind of throw in here, in the Charger game in the preseason, Geno's a scrambler. He can run. He can scramble.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So if it really gets to that point, I'm confident in him being able to pick up yards on the ground, which is something Russ has a great ability to scramble in the behind the line of scrimmage and do all these circus things. I mean, what we saw a few years ago against the Cardinals, where it was running in circles and then he hit Doug Baldwin. Yep. But lately, we really haven't been seeing him necessarily scramble, run, pick up the first down. So if Geno can do that and kind of avoid their pass rushers like Cameron Hayward and TJ Watt,
right,
that would benefit the offense. And it would chew clock.
Yeah, and I think they need to run a little bit more of that read option safely. Not run it if it's going to beat up. But if the ends come crashing down and it's there, I think you can just pick up a few yards, just take what the defense gives you, and just keep the chains moving. We don't need the big bomb play, So. All right. Well, Nick, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you jumping on here. Thank you for all you do on the Discord server.
Glad to hear you're out of jail.
Yeah, it feels good to be free again. So we'll see. It'll be fun to be streaming again.
Hawks.
This game. Go Hawks, man. All right, I want to hear from Sky High. I haven't talked to Sky High Aviation in a while. Sky High, what's going on?
Imagine being in jail, Norb. You still have other charges pending. Remember what happened a couple months ago when we actually arrested you? Only OGs know what happened there.
They finally caught up to me. But so, what do you think, man? How was the
overall jail experience? Anything going on? Meet any buddies there? Any of that?
Yeah. Luckily, I was in solitary confinement most of the time in my jail experience, so I didn't have to worry about facing some dude, some roommate named Zed, who wanted to become my new best friend, you know what I'm saying? But no, nothing like that. It's all good. Actually, I had a busy week, man. I had a busy week with work stuff, so I didn't have a lot of time to stew and feel sorry for myself. I was busy doing other stuff, so it actually made the week go by faster. So that helped. That helped out a lot. And I was watching a lot of the girls' volleyball. They played 3 back-to-back matches. Unfortunately, they went 1-2, losing a heartbreaker of the first one, winning the second one, and last night I think they just ran out of gas and got swept. So they got to pick up next week. But always fun to watch, and otherwise everyone's doing just fine. So I'm excited to kind of get back into the Seahawks mode. Since it helped also to get over this week, because of what I was thinking after we lost on Thursday night. I thought, man, the worst thing about Thursday night football is the fact that if you lose, you're stuck thinking about that game for an extra 3 days. You have to stew on it for 3 more days, longer than it would be if it was a Sunday game. So it's good to be reaching the weekend and getting ready for the next game, because, man, that bad taste has lasted way too long. But, yeah, what do you think, man? Any positivity coming from you on the Seahawks front, or is their season done?
Lots of positivity from the Astros as well.
Leave them out of it. This is not a baseball channel. We don't talk Seahawks. We don't talk about stinking Astros. I'm feeling
positive about Geno. I like Geno. I think Geno, even though he hasn't played in forever, he's something that we haven't had. Oh crap! He's something that we haven't had in a while, and that is a tall quarterback. Mm-hmm. You can see him, Russell normally, he's a short guy. He can't see over the top most of the time. So Geno was making a lot of those throws that you saw on Thursday night was Geno making the quick, easy adjustment, the quick, easy check down, not trying to force it. And eventually, a couple penalties helped us. It ended up, working out. for a couple drives, and then the interception wasn't his fault, and a lot of people were upset about that. From the naked eye, it looked like there should have been a flag, but looking it over, Lockett, fell down. There could have been a flag. I wanted a flag, and then in the end, they ended up making a field goal, which you
pretty much sealed the deal.
Together. That pretty much put it over. It wasn't a short field goal, by the way. It was a 47-yarder, I think. So it was no gimme.
It was a good kick. Yeah, it
was a good kick. So I think going into this week, they're gonna have to focus on Russell. I don't know why the heck Russell's putting on pads, but yeah.
Well, I think he wants to just feel like he's still connected to the game because if he starts putting civvies on and looking like just a street bum, he might mentally think he's not in the game. So I appreciate him put on that maximum effort to try to be as connected and almost like he's preparing for game day, even though he knows he can't play. It'll be sad that he lost his streak. I don't know how many games it was, but I mean, that was a long streak to be playing, and now that streak has snapped. And it sucks because it wasn't like it was a hit. It was his hand hitting another player's arm. It wasn't like he got hit and couldn't take the blow. It was just a fluky arm on hand deal or hand on arm deal. So, he'll bounce back, and we'll see. Well, we just got to still be surviving and hanging in there by the time he comes back. And then at the same time, if Geno Smith keeps us in the mix, we would have a 3-game winning streak, and we would suddenly be 6-3. Or was that right? We'd be 6-3 or 5-3. If we win our next 3 games, we would be 5-3.
It's definitely possible.
And then people would be going, we're doing pretty good with Geno. Maybe we should keep him in there for a while longer until he doesn't.
No.
So that's, would we have this quarterback controversy all of a sudden when Geno gets red hot and wins 3 games in a row and suddenly Russell Wilson comes back and he's... No. That would be a good problem to have. We need that problem because if we do anything less than 3-0, it's going to be a pretty tough climb to get out of this basement, especially the way the Cardinals are looking right now. Cardinals picking up Zach Ertz from the Eagles. They're going for it all, man. It's just more ammo to their weaponry. So,
Geno just needs to stick to the game plan. Russell's helping him with the game plan. That was what I've heard. He's making things as easy as possible, going over film with him, trying to be like the big brother there. The real issue I have is with the defense. Again, just playing like crap. Again, like Nick said, it's just such a complex defense. Why the heck are we dropping Carlos Dunlap into coverage? I think we need to start playing more man. We need to start dropping our linebackers back. I know it's caused a lot of problems in the past of, the one way you beat the Seahawks team is dink and dump. You go short, and it'll eventually put up the medium pass game. But right now, teams are beating us in the secondary in that intermediate pass game. So keep it, change it back. And obviously, they're not going to pick up the adjustment likely until towards the end of the game. And hopefully by then you have your offense taking care of other things. So you just got to fix. The defense needs to, relax. Play more man coverage. I know they don't trust the corners necessarily. When you're able to play more man coverage, you're able to put Jamal Adams in a position where he can go out there, rush the quarterback, get Big Ben. I expect us to get a lot of sacks this game. This is Ben Roethlisberger that has not been good at all this year. So we should be able to pressure him, force him into making some tough decisions. Turnovers are going to be key in this game. Good field position. Again, can't rely on Geno to go 91 yards every single time. You got to have good field position. Just got to have other people taking care of their business, and Geno will do the same as well.
We've got to not give up 450 plus yards. I mean, you can't win a football game doing that. It's just not going to happen. Yeah. So,
especially the Steelers.
And they're going to try to run the ball. They're going to grind it out and try to just wear that team, wear us down and let the Najee Harris just run all over us. And until we can prove we can stop them, that's going to be the ticket. So I see that Slowly says 149 starting games. That was the record that Wilson had. 149. Snapped just like that. Alina says, being tall isn't all that. there are many tall quarterbacks that are not good. I'm not saying that being tall guarantees you're going to be a quarterback. I have a lot of tall friends, and they would never be able to make it as a quarterback. However, you don't have to be. You can be short and still successful. Look at Kyler Murray this year, right? They're 5-0, and he's I think shorter than Wilson, so he's doing something. That guy, dude, he's also like Speedy Gonzalez out there. He's got wheels, super wheels. Russell ain't that quick anymore, so he's got to find other ways to take on the defenders. All right, I'm gonna get a few more other comments here. Let's go to Nelson23. He's got a picture of Eagles quarterback on here. I'm sure he's not happy with the way things have gone this week. What's up, Nelson?
Hello.
You're an Eagles fan, I take it? You got Jalen Hurts on your photo right there?
Yeah, I'm a full Philly sports fanatic.
Well, that's kind of a rough week.
Like, listen, I support the Seahawks, but it's like I'm more of a, Philly type person.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. No, I see that.
I really don't have to say anything about the Seahawks or anything, but I have one question. So I've heard like some rumors about Cam Newton visiting the Seahawks. What are your thoughts on that?
Man, anyone who knows me, who've watched me long enough, knows how I feel about Cam Newton. Not my favorite quarterback in the world. All right, I would much rather go with Geno Smith. It's only going to be for a few weeks, and I think a Geno Smith who's been behind Russell Wilson for the past 3 or 4 seasons is better than trying to bring Cam Newton here to learn a whole new offense and all that. And honestly, I'm just not that impressed with him, especially now. He was, very good before, but he's kind of fallen off since. Clearly, the result doesn't have a job right now. So I don't know. And he's never been one of my favorite guys. He was quite annoying, actually. So I'll pass.
That's what I said.
Not interested. So.
Yep. All right. See you, Norb.
All right. Thanks for watching, man. Appreciate it. Let's see. Let's go to, how about Ace1203? Ace1203, what's up?
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
Better, man. Like I said earlier, I was in YouTube jail for a week for showing the field on my crappy phone, apparently. The NFL was insecure about that, so I got slapped with a probation, but I'm back. So I'm doing all right. This team, though, man, it's hard to see what's happening with the Seahawks, from the injuries to the defense being a record worst defense that's been on the field. Tough to get your hopes up when so much is going wrong, but I got to ask first, are you a Seahawks fan?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right. Well, can you shine some light on this, because it's been a lot of just bad news, unless you jump ship too.
I think with Russell Wilson, with how durable he's been in the past, I think that he can definitely bounce back pretty quick. They put him on IR this week, or like today, actually, I'm pretty sure. So I think he'll be able to come back for the Packers game. And as long as Geno Smith he doesn't have to play the Russell Wilson-like game, you know what I'm saying? He just has to play just a nice, average quarterback-like game. And as long as our defense, we got Trey Brown playing cornerback now. So I think that's going to really help us.
I hope so, man. They've had a lot of players at corner that they just haven't had a chance to put out there yet, And I was thinking, I think one thing that did not work out this year was, how Seahawks decided they weren't going to play any starters in the short preseason? Yeah, I think that was a mistake. Obviously, their hope was to save them so that they wouldn't get hurt, in the regular season. Well, look what's happened. Look what's happened now. The product is not good. The guys don't know what they're doing. They look like they're miscommunicating, and they're hurt anyway. So whatever they're trying to save their health of in the first, by not letting them play the preseason, it's not helping, because we're worse off than I think anyone would have thought we'd be health-wise, losing our quarterback and then our running back as well. So that certainly was not their goal, but it didn't work. And I think, because even last year, remember, we got off to a horrible start defensively last year. And I think a lot of it is the defense takes time to gel and to catch up, while the offense already kind of knows what they're doing. So they got kind of a step, at least the established offenses. And then the defenses start to figure things out. They start to see what's on tape, and then they tend to play better, like Seattle did last year. So we're kind of doing what we did last year. But I think having another preseason where everybody else was playing in the preseason, but we weren't, and I think that put other teams in the prep category a lot ahead of us. So we're playing some catch up that we didn't do because we didn't get those reps for the first team offense and defense. So we're kind of like 3 games behind schedule because we didn't play in the preseason while everybody else did, So I think that was a mistake. I know the intention, but I think it was a bad mistake. But anyway, we're here now. And so you believe Geno Smith can keep the ship above water by the time Russell Wilson comes back?
I believe I think he can keep the ship above water, especially with like his height being an advantage for him. But I'm interested to see how he's gonna like fall into play with our offense. You know what I'm saying? Like how he's gonna factor in with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. I think that it's gonna work really good at DK Metcalf, but I'm just curious to see if Tyler Lockett's gonna be able to play a factor still, like he was able to. And if we ever get Dwayne Eskridge back, if he ever gets off the IR or whatever, that'd really help us too. But I'm with you with the preseason stuff. If we would have got a little bit more of different schemes as far as the defense goes and different players in, I think that we'd be in a lot better place as well.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know if it's just the scheme is a bad scheme with the talent we have. I don't think it's a lack of talent. I think we got talented guys. They're just talented guys not playing to the best of their ability, either because they just don't know what they're doing or they are being put to do things that they shouldn't be, like Jamal Adams in coverage. Whatever they're doing right now is not working. So
I really feel like Jamal Adams should just be able to play his like that hit. You know what I'm saying? He's like the hit stick player that we have. He's like the Cam Chancellor type of player. And granted, he's not making interceptions like Cam, but like he brings that factor to our defense.
Yeah. And that's what I think they need to do. Put the guys who are really good at coverage back in coverage and put the guys who need to come after the quarterback in a position to go after the quarterback. Because right now, whatever they're trying is just not working. So I hope they simplify things. I hope we see something just totally different. Because I think if it's the same movie, it's just going to be the same thing over and over again. Because, right? Isn't that the definition of insanity? Is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result? Well, we're all going insane here, man. We need to change it. So, all right. Well, we'll see. What do you got? Score prediction for this Sunday?
Honestly, I got it 28-21. Seahawks up.
28. Geno's going to put 28 points, or maybe our defense will get a pick or something.
I also think Alex Collins is going to play a pretty good role too. I like it might just be the dreads, but I like the fact that he reminds me of Marshawn Lynch. You know what I'm saying?
You and I see things a lot alike, man. It's like there's always that feeling like, hey, yeah, he's like a little bitty beast mode clone out there. Right. He actually did run really well, and I thought he'd do better this last week. And I don't know, they just didn't commit to the run or whatever. But he when he was running the ball, I mean, he was doing better than Carson was for most of those. Yeah, for real.
I was watching your interview that you were having with whatchamacallit. I can't think of their names, but it was an interview you did earlier this week, and y'all were talking about
Daniel.
Yeah. Y'all were talking about how y'all think that I was trying to think, man. It slipped right over my head of what I was going to say. Man.
Well, we're talking about the beast mode comparison.
Yeah. Y'all were talking about how whatchamacallit, like back in the day, and we've always kind of had a shadow over us. How like we've always looked back on the way we used to play, kind of, sorta. Mm-hmm. And I think that Pete Carroll, he's very stubborn in the sense of like he wants to get back to those roots, but he has to understand now that like, not that we're rebuilding because we have Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf and all that, but as far as the defense goes, it's definitely not the Legion of Boom right now. And like you said, if anything, it's been looking pretty rough. But I don't know. I'm hoping with Alex Collins looking good, and hopefully Chris Carson's bouncing back. He like on the fantasy league that I'm in, it says that his neck's looking to be getting at least better. He's not going to play this week, but it's looking to be at least better. So
no, well, they put him on IR though. You know that, right? So he's out.
That was pretty surprising to me.
He's out 3 more weeks.
Him to come back but they don't have a scheme with them.
Yeah, I mean that's 4 games. Isn't it 4 games that we've been without? If you include the next 3, there's 4 games without Alex. I mean, without Chris Carson. I mean, I love Chris Carson too. I've been rooting for that guy this whole time, and man, he just signed that deal, and we're already missing him from almost a quarter of the season. And this next thing,
it feels like it's been for that too. Like I love Chris Carson, like you said, but whenever he's on the field, he puts up like pretty outstanding numbers. But whenever, like, I don't know, I feel like he's been off the field more for us than he's been on the field. But I mean, that's just bad luck. I can't really put that on him. You know what I mean? But
what's weird too with that is that when Pete Carroll first mentioned about this neck issue, he said, "Yeah, this has been an ongoing, recurring thing,
like a chronic issue."
Like, what? I never even heard about this neck thing. I remember he's had like knee things or ankles or whatever, but I never heard about the neck. And what scares me about that is the neck thing is the scariest one, because that is something like that's what ended Cliff Avrill's career. That's what ended Cam Chancellor's career.
That's what ended Ricardo Lockett's career.
Exactly. So anytime you start talking about the neck, knees, ankles, wrists, all that stuff, you can recover from that. But your neck, you start talking about the neck being an issue, that's often the sign that it might be over. I think also fullback Max Strong. I remember he was a great fullback back in the day.
Yeah.
And then remember he started having, I think it was neck or head issues, and then once that started happening, he was like, "I'm out. I'm not taking any chances."
He was out of there.
So anyway, so that's scary. But hopefully, I mean, next man up is going to have to be Alex Collins. So hopefully, he can catch that fire and get some Marshawn dreads flying around and doing what Beast Mode used to do. Because that would be a lot of fun to see. So. All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
For sure, man. All right. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Go Hawks. All right. Let's see. Let's go to Zaid. Zaid or Zaid? I'm not sure. Probably Zaid. Who's this? Is this Zaid?
Hello.
Is that correct? Was it Zaid or Zed?
It's Zed.
It's Zed. Well, okay. All right, yeah. Zed. What you got?
I kind of have a little rant to go on here.
Rant time.
Okay, so I believe that the problem with the Seahawks is not our players. We have all the talent in the world. It's our coaching. I think our defensive scheme, everyone's saying, cut Trey Flowers. What happened when we cut Trey Flowers? Nothing happened. Nothing changed. Then they say Ken Norton Jr. is the problem. Well, he's running Pete Carroll's defense. So... and then there's some questionable moves. Like, I think we should use Nick Bellore more in the offense. He's a fullback. We kind of use him for special teams, and I don't know why we cut Trey Flowers. Seattle fans are probably gonna hate anyone that says don't cut Trey Flowers, but we should have never cut Trey Flowers.
Well, I mean, he wasn't doing great. He wasn't also the cause of the problem. So I think that while Seattle, they obviously had all these other guys that they want to go see, Trey Brown and Wes Austin. So we'll see if any of these guys can step up. But I think they kind of did him a favor. I'm guessing that this was the end of his rookie year contract. And obviously if he was going to be on the bench, he's not going to be in a position where he could kind of give a chance for him to showcase himself to get another deal, after this year. So I think they kind of helped him out really by letting him go test the market, and now he got picked up by the Bengals. So, if he goes and does decently over there, maybe this will give him a future. And if he does well, it starts to make you think, interesting how the most hated guy on the Seattle defense is actually doing well on another team. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I've heard just say a lot of people with you, man, saying that they think Pete Carroll's old and his ways are old fashioned, and he has not modernized and adapted to the new game, and he's stuck in the past, and that it's entirely a coaching problem. As each passing game goes by, I'm starting to think more and more that may really be the issue. But can they fix it? Is the question. I got a shout out Anthony D. He says, "Oh Norb, how's the birthday vids coming, bud?" Hello. Yeah, I said I was going to do those birthday videos that you requested, and doggone it, I'm going to get that done before this year's up. So. Just patience. Yeah, you're gonna say, man.
So I also have a problem with our drafting. Like a couple of years ago, Rashad Penny, first round, and where is he now? Like, I don't know when did he even play this season? Maybe one game or two games.
A few plays, I think. Yeah, no, he's definitely. I think we can call him a bust because I think that's it. I don't think we're going to see him again on the field. Yeah, that was a bust. We definitely have not had the John Schneider's definitely been riding the wave of how well he drafted back in 2012, and it's kind of given a free pass to have all these recent mess ups that have just not worked out to, from the Jermaine Ifedis to the Malik McDowells to the even LJ Collier. I mean, we drafted him high, and he's barely been on the field. And and then like I said, Rashad Penny, and now I started one Jordan Brooks. I'm not really thrilled with what I'm seeing out of Jordan Brooks yet so far. He's kind of getting beat a lot out in coverage, and I don't know. Speaking of, it's interesting. When I was down on the field at the Thursday night game, I saw, Aaron Curry. Do you guys remember Aaron Curry? He was considered one of the biggest busts of the Seahawks back in the day when they drafted him, and he's one of their coaches. They've got a few former Seahawks playing there now. Aaron Curry's one of them, and Deshaun Shedd, he's an assistant coach for the Seahawks. But I hope we don't have too many more Aaron Curry-like busts, because that is going to be the downfall of this team, because we can't keep trading for guys. We can't keep doing Jamal Adams deals. We got to get guys and build them up through the system like we used to, and they're just not hitting like they used to.
And then, like, a couple of years ago when we traded away Frank Clark, I think we should have never done that deal.
Yeah, he was good, and he was good for the Chiefs.
He was such a great player for us. But on the topic of the Chiefs, we can't forget we're the same record as the Kansas City Chiefs. We have the same exact record as
Chiefs fans are, I'm sure, freaking out right now too, because I'm sure they had aspirations of returning to the Super Bowl, and the now Madden cover boy, co-cover boy with Tom Brady. Tom Brady just keeps marching along, but yeah, not been a good year. The defense on KC is bad. We're bad. We're worse, but they're pretty bad too. So Chiefs got similar problems as we do.
At this rate, it will give the Lions their first win.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Those Lions find creative ways to lose, man. 64-yard field goals and other last-second things that go wrong. They should have had a win by now, but it's the Lions, man. But
yeah, it's tough for them.
All right, Zed, thanks for... Oh, yeah, go. Yeah, one more thing. What is it? What you got?
I just had one more thing to say anyway. So, I've noticed that Seahawks Twitter and Instagram after a loss is one of the worst things to be a part of. Like, us fans, we think it's easy looking in from the outside. We think it's easy for Pete, and we think it's easy for the players. But, like, when you're actually there in their position, there's nothing to do. You can't just fix the problem like that. Like, you can't just watch film and be like, okay, I got it all down.
Oh yeah, it's not like these guys are trying to be bad, right? I'm going to give them the benefit. I'm going to give the credit that they're trying to make this team good. I mean, who wouldn't? We know these coaches are playing for their jobs too. They don't want to, put something on tape that just makes them look like a horrible coordinator. I'm sure that Ken Norton Jr., maybe he has aspirations to become a head coach himself, and so the better he does as an assistant, as a coordinator, improves those chances. And if he's sucking like this, his chances of becoming a head coach somewhere, I'm sure, get shot down tremendously. So,
yeah, I miss Brian Schottenheimer. I think our offense was great with him. I don't know why we moved on.
Well, it's just because at the end we never figured out how to get it back on track, because our offense was tops in the league and then went to the bottom, and the defense was the bottom and moved to the top. So Ken Norton Jr. has benefited for the timing of things working out at the end, and the offense, unfortunately, the timing went bad at the end, and he took the fall. If it had been the other way around and we finished, on a down note for the defense, I'm sure Ken Norton Jr. might have been gone. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. The writing is certainly on the wall that his days he goes with Pete Carroll and him go way back, though. So I don't know if he'd ever fire him. But I think anything's possible if we get bad enough. So hopefully we don't. Hopefully we're still in the mix a month from now when we're on our bye week. But we shall see. All right, man. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Thanks for being on here. Let me go to one more. We're going to go to Go Seattle Seahawks. Whoops. Or did he just disappear? Nope, he just disappeared. Well, I guess we're done. Oh, wait a minute. There he is. Go Seattle Seahawks. You're the last caller. Who's this? What's your real name?
What up, Norb?
Hey, what's up? Who's this?
It's me, Josias.
Oh, Yoji. Oh, you just changed your name. Okay, Yoji, what's up?
Sorry, I just changed my name to Seattle Seahawks. Sorry about that.
All right, that's all right. So what do you got? What's on your mind? Yojas, did you have a comment or a question? He's gone. Wiped off the face of the planet. All right, I guess he's gone. All right, well, so it's Friday. Two more, about 24 hours from now, we'll know where we stand. We'll know for a 500 team or a 2-4 team. We haven't been 2-4 in quite some time, so I hope we don't experience it that soon. But there he is. I'm gonna give him one more chance. Yaz, one last shot. You there? He is gone again. Oh, not there. All right. Well, so we'll know where we stand. I hope you guys will join me for the live broadcast. I will be doing it right out of here with my dad, Kuya Bird, and we'll be watching this Sunday night football game. It is prime time. It's kind of cool that Seattle has 3 primetime games in a row. I hope we have better luck than last week. All of our records that we had before, all of our trends of like never losing in the greens, and our whenever we're leading at the half by more than 10 points, our record's like 63-1 or something like that. All that stuff, the things, and Wilson never gets injured. All these things that you knew from before, throw it out because it doesn't mean anything anymore. This is whole new ground. Forget all the trends. Forget all the we are this on this record and this. None of that applies. This is all new game. They're going to have to start winning the games right in front of them because whatever happened in the past, whether it be 10 years ago or whatever, is whole new deal. So we'll be here to watch it. So if you'll join me for some fun, even if you watch the game, you can pop on your phone and watch the channel and get some reactions because you'll get the reactions that you won't get from Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth. You get the Seahawks fan reaction right from here. So that's it. So I just wanted to say hello to you guys, and I'm just glad to be out of YouTube jail. It's nice to be free again. All right. You guys have a great rest of your Friday, for what's left of it. Have a great Saturday and Sunday, and I will see you Sunday night right here on NorbCam. Talk to you guys later, and go Hawks.